Bob Donnan here, taking place in the virtual solar tour. Glad to be a part of it. I've seen some great solar systems in other videos. Hopefully my preview of the Tesla Powerwall is helpful to everyone. We installed solar in 2018. We initially had a 3.3 kilowatt system, which was 11 panels on the back roof facing southeast. And just this year we've added another 18 solar panels to the front roof, and that is a 5.67 kilowatt system. So we have a grand total of 8.97 kilowatts combined with a Tesla Powerwall 2. Hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. This was the first solar array we installed. Here we have 11 solar panels that are rated at 300 watts each, which creates a 3.3 kilowatt system. This is our Tesla Powerwall. It's rated for 14 kilowatt hours, and 13 and a half of that are usable. This is a level 2 car charger, which was added later. And these are the boxes that get installed along with your Powerwall. This up here was our original service entrance, and Powerwall brought along this main panel box where our old main panel became a sub panel. This is the automatic relay box, and then this is the generation panel, and again the Powerwall. It's worked great. We've had it for 2 years, and it's recovered from several power outages. I'll show you the app and how all that works as another part of this video. We've seen some great solar systems on these videos. I thought for a little change up here we'd look at our Tesla Powerwall app. We initially installed a 3.3 kilowatt system. That was 11 panels that were 300 watts, along with a Powerwall 2. So this is the app we have on our smartphone, and you can see the battery right now is charging. It's mid-afternoon, and it's showing the percent charge it has on it. The battery's rated at 14 kilowatt hours, and 13.5 kilowatt hours are usable for backup. So you can click Power Flow. This gives us a close-up of what's going on right now. You can see the solar is producing 3.6 kilowatts. The solar panels, we've added another 18 315 watt panels to the front roof. So this is what they're producing right now at almost 3:30 in the afternoon. You can see the house is only using half a kilowatt, which would be 500 watts right now. And the rest is charging up the Powerwall. Now once the Powerwall is fully charged, then we'll start putting electricity out on the grid, and we have net metering, so our electric company trades us 1 kilowatt hour for 1 kilowatt hour. So you basically bank those credits. Okay, so this shows you the performance, what Tesla calls self-powered. So you can see today we've had 62% of our self-powered was from solar panels and 21% from the Powerwall. You can go to backup. This shows you when the backup battery when the Tesla Powerwall kicked in during a power outage. Usually they're for a minimum of 5 minutes, and you'll barely notice it. Sometimes you'll just see a quick blink in the lights, but you don't lose any clock settings, or it doesn't reboot your computer or anything. So yes, you can see here the different outages. Most of them have been brief. The one showing here for 2 hours and 54 minutes on the 15th was when Tesla came back out and installed the additional solar panels. And then you can go down here to customize. And under customize, you can set the Powerwall for backup only, where it reserves 100% for power outage events. Or you could set it for self-powered, where I have it right now at 23%. So in other words, it will use up all of the battery down to holding a 23% charge for any sorts of backup emergencies. There's also an advanced time-based control that you can use if your power costs more money, your electricity costs more money at certain times of the day. Ours is the same price all the time. And there's even a storm watch feature where you can set it so the Powerwall will watch for storms, and in the event of an upcoming storm, it will make sure it's fully charged in advance. So I mostly leave ours set on the self-powered at 23%. Now going back to the main screen, on PowerFlow, you can look at, go up here, and we're looking at the different settings here. So this first one would show you what the house has used today. Those higher spikes are due to the clothes dryer being run, doing some laundry, and the air conditioning. We can go to solar, and if you look at solar, there you can see the solar production so far today. We can select Powerwall. You can see that early on, the green above the line is when energy is being drawn from the Powerwall. The green below the line is when it is charging, as it is right now. And then the final icon there is for grid usage, the amount of electricity we've used from the grid today. So you can light these all up, select them all, and scroll down, and you can see that today our house has used 18 kilowatt hours. Our solar panels have produced 25.3. Our electric usage, 3.9 kilowatt hours, have come from the Powerwall, and we've put 14.1 kilowatt hours back on the Powerwall, and we've only used 3 kilowatt hours from the grid and put 0.1 kilowatt hours back on the grid. Now, considering the Powerwall is 92% charged right now, I would imagine in another hour or so it will reach 100%, and then we'll start to balance out that grid usage. Okay, I hope that helps explain the Powerwall. The big advantage of the Powerwall, other than having backup power, is that in the event of a grid outage, when there's a storm and everyone else's electricity is off, provided we have some charge on the Powerwall battery, our lights will stay on. And even in the event if the Powerwall ran out of energy overnight, once the sun came up and the panel started producing energy again in the morning, our electricity would still be on, instead of being in one of these long grid outage situations. Okay, hope that helps you. Our front solar panels are more difficult to see. Basically, you have 3 rows of 6 panels each, and these panels are rated at 315 watts each, and combined they create a 5.67 kilowatt system. So the original inverter is on the left, marked Solar City. The new panels required the installation of 2 additional inverters. They convert the electricity from DC to AC. Here's a disconnect. There's the bidirectional electric meter, and there's the other disconnect. Here's our 2019 Chevy Bolt. We've been averaging 4.6 miles per kilowatt hour lately. When you run the vehicle in the winter time and operate the heater, that knocks the mileage figure down. Plus, colder weather results in the battery not storing as much energy. It could be as much as 20% lower than the standard 238 mile rating. That also applies to warmer weather, when sometimes you fully charge the car and it's showing more than 238 miles. Recently, in June, it showed a charge of 284 miles. So it's great. Quiet operation, no oil changes, no emissions inspection. We really like it. So this is the charger that came with our Chevy Bolt. As you can see here, it has a 3-prong plug that goes into a regular wall outlet. It will basically put 4 miles of range onto the battery for every hour you charge it. Whereas the level 2 charger I'm going to show you in a separate video puts on 25 miles of range in 1 hour. So the level 2 is great for faster charging. But for most people that are just commuting, if they plug their Bolt in at night when they get home from work, by the morning they would have probably another 50 miles of range put back on the battery. This is Chevy's app for the 2019 Chevy Bolt. You can see right now it's showing it has a 274 mile range. That would be an average. If you use more air conditioning, less air conditioning, more regenerative charging, less, that all affects that range. What you can do here is click that and look at, shows you the tire pressure, where it is. Okay, efficiency, here's what I wanted to show you. On the lifetime average, and we've had this car for about 1 year now, the average over between 7,000 and 8,000 miles has been 3.2 miles per kilowatt hour. Yeah, there's the mileage, 8,107. Okay, and since the full charge, this is summertime, we are using the air conditioning in it. Recently, we've been averaging 5.1 miles per kilowatt hour. And since a full charge, we've gone 12 miles. So yeah, that's a pretty handy app, and you can link that in with your Chevy Bolt.